Hello everyone, my name is Jamala Chambers and I will be presenting my capstone project of Post University. Before I can begin to discuss about my project, I would like to talk about the contents of my project, which consists of the following: the company I've chosen, what it's about, the problems within the company, the goals and objectives, the financials, as well as my MBA concentration of finance. The company that I chose for this project is Post University. Now, what is Post University? It's an independent, not-for-profit university that is located in Waterbury, Connecticut. It takes on a personal approach to education and it takes an interest in each of the students' success. Back in 1980, it was known as Post College. From 1990 to 2004, it was affiliated with Tokyo University in Tokyo, Japan, and it was previously named Tokyo Post University. My relationship with the company was that I was a student in Post University for the past 6 years, and I'm currently working as a peer educator. Peer educators consist of students who played an integral role in the establishment of an academic environment. Now, the reason why this topic is necessary because peer educators provide the necessary tools to help students improve academically. Post University is currently dealing with two problems. One of the problems that they're dealing with budgeting issues that are limiting of how Post is growing their Center for Academic Success department, and they're attempting to remove the Fuse app due to technical issues and are striving to replacing it with a much better software application. Here I will discuss my goals and objectives. My first goal is to determine if my project proposal makes sense from a financial perspective, and will this project be a success. My first objective is to make sure that I gain approval from the professor to ensure that I can use the topic for this project. My second objective is to have a strong passion for the topic for the organization that I choose. Both of these objectives will be completed by July 10th, 2022. My third objective will be to select a topic focus. This will give me a sense of direction of what I'm dealing with when it comes to the project and what can occur in the future. My fourth objective will be to address the scope of this project in 20 pages. Both of these objectives will be completed by July 10th, 2022. My second goal of this project is to complete a SWOT analysis to ensure that I identify all the competitors and determine the correct strategy for it. This will help enable me to challenge any risky assumptions and uncover any blind spots that I may overlook and to ensure that I look over these blind spots very carefully. My first objective is to determine the strengths of this project. It's essential to consider the advantages that one organization may acquire over others. This objective will be completed by September 7th, 2022. My next objective is to determine the weaknesses of this project. It's essential to consider the aspects that make an organization inferior compared to its competitors, so that way I have a clear insight of what I need to modify and correct. This objective will be completed by September 10th, 2022. My third objective is to determine the opportunities for this project. It's essential to consider the number of chances or openings that will make an organization elevate and prosper. Chances like these are very rare, so it's important to claim it while you can. This objective will be completed by September 14th, 2022. My fourth objective is to determine the threats that can occur within an organization. I need to consider the number of obstacles that the organization may face and anticipate how these problems could potentially change the company's principles. So it's crucial to conjure up a correct strategy that could resolve those threats. This objective will be completed by September 18th, 2022. My third goal is to review the data from the SWOT analysis and determine if there's any changes that need to be made. The first objective is to review the organization's strength to determine if it's in high quality. This objective will be completed by September 21st, 2022. My second objective is to analyze the organization's weaknesses and to ensure that these weaknesses are removed. This objective will be completed by September 23rd, 2022. My third objective is to review how the opportunities may affect the organization that I've chosen. This objective will be completed by September 26, 2022. My fourth objective is to review the company's plans to discover if any procedure can overcome any potential threats. This objective will be completed by September 30th, 2022. My fourth goal is to determine a budgeting strategy. My first objective is to track the company's incoming and outgoing money to determine a budgeting strategy to see where the money is going to. This objective will be completed by September 7th, 2022. My second objective is for the organization to outline their budget. This way, I'll be able to identify the income and distribute the costs into multiple categories, such as expenses, utilities, hiring employees, and others. This objective will be completed by September 10th, 2022. My third objective is to build a line of credit. So that way, you'll be able to gain more funds for the project if the company doesn't have enough funds of their own. This objective will be completed by September 14th, 2022. My last objective is to save for upcoming expenses. It's essential to investigate any company's budget to see where they can cut back on things that are unnecessary. This objective will be completed by September 18th, 2022. My fifth goal is for the organization to remove the Fuse app that they currently use for their work and replace it with a more better modified application software. My first objective is to analyze what is needed for the new software to determine the price for it. This objective will be completed by September 7th, 2022. My next objective is to determine any budget requirements for the project. The organization will require desktops for development, documents, testing servers, and tracking tools to detect any defects. This objective will be completed by September 10th, 2022. My third objective is to setting up designs. This is essential because the developers outline the designs exactly how the software will meet its requirements. This objective will be completed by September 14th, 2022. My fourth objective is putting the project into effect. This is the most crucial part to any project because it will determine how the culture of the organization will change and the amount of effort that was put into the project. This objective will be completed by September 18th, 2022. My sixth and final goal is to determine if the project was a success based on a revenue standpoint, a customer satisfaction standpoint, or an employee satisfaction standpoint. My first objective is to determine if any issues were detected or repaired. This objective will be completed by September 21st, 2022. My second objective is to provide the results of the project to determine if it has benefited the company. This objective will be completed by September 23rd, 2022. My third objective is to show my passion for the project by displaying any resources and data to indicate the lengths that I've gone to see the project's completion. This objective will be completed by September 26, 2022. And my final objective is to show a 20-page report of the project. This objective will be completed by September 30th, 2022. In this next section, I'll be discussing about financials. Financials refer to the amount of funds that are available in the business. Now, the goal for the project is to create a software application for the department to enable them to communicate with students better who are struggling with the academics. The list below shows the fees and expenses that are applied. The tuition and fees cost $17,810. The net price for federal loan recipients was $15,653. The room and boards for the students cost $11,600. Now, the typical federal loan debt after graduation costs $28,757, and typical loan debt for those who don't graduate are $8,250. These expenses are shown in the income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow statement, and they're reviewed either on a monthly, quarterly, or yearly basis. My last section, I'll be discussing about my MBA concentration, which is finance. Now, what is finance? It's a process of raising funds or capital for any kind of expenditure. This is carried out by channeling various funds in the form of credit, loans, or invested capital to those economic entities that most need them or can expect them to the most productive use. Now, the reason why I chose this concentration is because it is a good collaboration with the accounting aspects that I've learned during my undergrad period, and it gives me advanced knowledge of how money is distributed in the organization. Now, during this concentration, I've taken a list of courses that are associated with them: Advanced Financial Statement Analysis, Investment Management and Analysis, and Organizational Risk Management. Now, throughout these courses, I've learned a ton of information from them. I learned about financial risk, fraud, financial statement, as well as risk management, and it helped me get far through this program. This concludes the end of my project. I want to thank everyone for giving a listen to my project presentation. My name is Jamala Chambers, and I hope everyone will have a good night.